This is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and you believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Hey, we back with another reaction now. I've been at first I wasn't even gonna get them because everybody was getting them already. But he just made this 18 hours ago, this video where he's trying to justify his situation. Now, for those of y'all who don't know his situation, this is Cooley. He's a red pill dating coach. He's famous for going in on single mothers and why top tier men shouldn't date single mothers. Come to find out, he's dating a single mother. He's a hypocrite. He made a whole career off of bashing single mothers, but he's with a single mother. Now he's coming at Abba and Preach and O'Shea Duke Jackson in this video, basically. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. He don't want to come at Abba and Preach. You seen what Abba and Preach did to Fresh and Fit. Them guys, they're on another level. I'm telling you, he don't want to bark up that tree. That's a tree he needs to leave alone. I would respect him a lot more if he just took accountability for what he's done. But instead, he want to play victim. But his whole show was about men taking accountability and women taking accountability. But soon as it's time for him to take accountability, he can't do it. But we're gonna get into what he gotta say. Put y'all cash up in the comments. Y'all know y'all know how I do it. Support the clothing line. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into the video, fam.
I know y'all like that, right? So there's a few things that we're going to get into tonight. It's been a lot of noise in these streets, and we're going to explain and expose all the misinformation and propaganda that these reaction channels is doing about Cooley and No Fugazi. So let's get down to business. One of my tenets are manipulation happens when you focus on the effects instead of going to the root, the cause of things. And many viewers out there have been manipulated by watching these reaction channels from these big platforms. So now let's actually go to the root of how this all actually started. So now I'm going to play clip number 1 where they edited things out to make it seem like I said I was a top tier man. Day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Okay, before we go, what's your math saying?
A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character. A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship.
All right, so you just got finished with that clip, and that was the edited version of the clip. So here's the full version of the clip, right? Let's go ahead and play that. That is the truth.
Okay, so since
I
we're
don't
speaking
care about
about
going broke or none of that.
So since
You
we're speaking about
believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
By what standard? Well,
I'm
when I'm in a
interested to know.
relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
When I'm in a relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
as you can see in that clip, I never said I was a top tier man. As you can also see in that.
Now y'all see, now he's saying he's not a top tier man. You can't make this up, bro. So who was he talking about when he said I'm 6'4"? I don't mean to toot my own horn. Who's he talking about? You see how he's trying to spin it instead of just saying I was wrong, guys. I'm sorry. Why didn't he create a podcast with his girl? He could have went a whole nother direction. He could have did a relationship. He has 2 million followers on TikTok with his baby mother. Who's a baby mother? 2 million followers. They do relationship stuff. Why didn't he create a podcast with her, them two, talking about their relationship? Instead of coming in the red pill space, talking bad on people doing the same thing he's doing. I'm going to tell y'all why. This is why he came into the red pill space. Because he know that's the easiest space where you can go and finesse a whole bunch of simps. Oh, y'all gonna be mad at me now. He know the red pill space. He could go in here and finesse a whole bunch of people. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what he did. Don't you notice all of these red pill people falling off? Because people are realizing that they're fugazi. Because a lot of these guys came into this space knowing that they can finesse a lot of simps. That's why they jump into space. That's why he jumps into space. He knew he could come in this space and be a hypocrite and finesse a whole bunch of people. But obviously that don't last long. But I mean, this is terrible, but let's keep the video going.
Clip, the woman, she spoke about values. I spoke about tiers. I spoke about the prerequisites, the things that a man has to meet before a woman even gives him a chance. So generally speaking, women are attracted to height, income, and race. That's to get the man in the door. The values and his character and his personality and him being a virtuous individual, that comes after the man meets the woman's prerequisites. So what that woman just stated was manipulation. She spoke about the effects. I actually spoke about the cause. I went to the root of it. So think about it. If a woman actually did meet a man and he embodied all of those values that that woman stated, but he was 5'2" and broke, she wouldn't give him a chance, and most women wouldn't either. Now, since you just watched that clip and you got the truth, now let's get into the next lie that they told.
That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why he's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids with a single mother who was a BBL Becky.
One, chick does not have a BBL. Y'all saying BBL Becky. Y'all funny. So as you all just...
BBL is beside the point. That's just beside the point. He shouldn't even mention that. You feel what I'm saying?
witnessed in that clip, it shows that, oh, well, Cooley is saying these things about not dating a single mom, but he's actually dating one. So hypocritical. Well, let's actually play some clips where I always speak about these things on my podcast, and I've never lied about my life. And I have almost 2 million followers on TikTok where it shows my personal life. So how can they be exposing anything when I put this out there for the world to see? And I've spoke about these things many times on my podcast. You're in the 18 percentile like myself. I have full custody of my kid, right? Difference between me and you is I met my girl when we got together when we were 25. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yes, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to build on anything. We were kind of just young together, figuring things out. Okay, so now you just heard that clip where you got the truth now. Now let's get into another clip where I actually tell men that don't have any kids not to date single moms. Men that do have kids that have full custody of their kids, that's an exception to the rule if you have full custody.
It don't matter if you're 25 and you had kids, you dated a chick with kids, whatever. Like, that don't matter. First of all, 25 ain't that young. You 5 years away from 30. You feel me? I got married at 25. You feel me? But the whole point is, why are you telling men it's this simple not to date single mothers when you've done it? This is your whole life. Instead of making content on what your life is, you go and tell people to do the opposite. Teach people how to do what you've done successfully. Because there's a lot of people who need help in that situation. You're doing that. Teach people in that. But don't go over here. It's totally hypocritical. This is what's wrong with this space. It's terrible to me. And back to this top tier man and all of this stuff. All of this stuff that he named don't make a top tier man, by the way. What make a top tier man is the character of the man. You could be 5'5" in the top tier man. You could be 4'6" in a top tier man. You could not have money and be a top tier man, because a man is made by his character, not by what his height. You born with height. Character is something you have to develop through struggle. It's something you have to develop through working on yourself. That's what character is. A top tier man is defined by his inner man, not by, oh, I'm 6 foot. Oh, I'm a 6-figure earner. This is the type of stuff they teach. That's not a top tier man. A top tier man is defined by his character, who he is on the inside. You feel what I'm saying? That's what need to be taught. Because I see a whole bunch of niggas with a whole bunch of money, but they lame. Niggas like him, tall, over 6 figures, lame, hypocrite. You see what I'm saying? Bro, I'm gonna listen to a little bit more of this and we're gonna go on to the next video.
Of your kids, because only 18% of fathers win custody battles. So you're in the exception, man. And when you have full custody of your kid, women that don't have kids necessarily don't understand the obligations that it takes when having kids. So if you can find a woman that doesn't have kids, that does understand the obligations, that's a great thing. But if you can't, then there's a higher probability that a woman that has kids, she can understand those obligations. But there's many red flags that those single moms be having. So still try to avoid them. But if you can find one that doesn't have all of those red flags, but you have a kid, maybe it's not a bad idea. But still, it's nonsensical to even say, because generally speaking, most of them do. I just happen to be the exception to the rule, and my girl happens to be the exception to the rule. With that,
Now they both exceptions now. I'm gonna end it right there, man. This dude right here, all he doing is making his situation worse instead of just taking accountability that he was wrong. Just take accountability, Cooley. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, like what he's doing is just, I feel like he's digging himself deeper and deeper into a hole. Now he brought Abba and Preach into it, and they finna go. You already know what they finna do to him. They finna go crazy on him, but that shows you when you are phony, it only gonna last so long. It ain't gonna last long when you phony. When you doing phony stuff, it's just not gonna last long. We seen this man get up and bash single mothers to their face multiple times when his baby mother is one, when he's with one. We seen this man do this multiple times on his podcast. Bro, if that ain't lame, bro. You can't make this up, man. That's what's wrong with this red pill. That's why I got offended when one of y'all said I'm red pill. Bro, I'm not red. I ain't nothing close to red pill. I don't know what that is. I never even knew what it was. I just state what I think is right and what I think is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't no red pill, no blue pill, no pill. I'm 200 pill. I told y'all that. I should make a shirt 200 pill. But yeah, man, tell me what y'all think about Cooley, Fugazi. You hear me? Tell me what y'all think about Buddy in the comments, man. And see you guys next video. And always remember, be safe out here, kings and queens. Let's get